Hello everyone and welcome to the second instalment of the Welder Trolley. Thank you to all the viewers that watched the first episode. I'm hoping to keep this second episode under the time of the first episode. There isn't as much progress as I would have liked, but there is still progress nonetheless. What is being created here is the rear hooped frame of the trolley, which is to mount the TIG rod holders to. I will put a link in the description where I purchased them from. I got them from Amazon. I did mention that I would put some pictures up, and there will be a few pictures at the end, footage of from a phone, of how far we're sort of getting. We won't have much more footage to do over the next few days, as I am still waiting for some material to arrive to do the bottle clamps, because I'm making those out of stainless, and I'm waiting for some tube to make the holders for the TIG Rod Storage. I will put a link in the description to the company that I used. They're sending me some material in the post, but due to COVID-19 it's just taking that little bit longer. Just measuring up the ends of the hoop there, just to make sure that I get it nice and level. As you can see there, just holding it up with a mag square. Haven't welded anything into place at the moment, it's just there to make sure it is the right height. As you'll see, there's it's going to go on the drill now for 2 holes to be drilled, which I'm just marking out now. It will have a removable bar in the bottom, so that when the welder trolley is complete, I will be able to remove the welder from the back by removing the bar, ready for powder coating. So that's just the entrance point for the welder. Obviously, if I have to repair the welder, I will have to take the bottles out first, but that's the only way that the welder can come out of the trolley. So having to make the bar completely removable. There will actually be 2 bars, and I will show the machining of the rings in the next video once the material arrives. I'd like to thank Farmer P and Anchor Designs for their positive comments on the last video. I did get some feedback from Farmer P, who also has a fantastic YouTube channel. So if you're interested in forestry and the general day-to-day of farm life, I definitely advise you go and subscribe to his channel. He has some really good videos every day pretty much, so that's a good watch. He did remind me about the interference from the fluorescent tubes with my GoPro. It's something that I am working on. Just gonna have to see if we might change that light out. There's only 1 fluorescent tube in the workshop, and I think that's just interfering with the camera. So I'd like to thank everybody who watched the first video, being that I wasn't sure really what I was doing with the first one, so hopefully the content and the editing will get better as time goes along. hoping to have another video this week on the channel. It won't be to do with the Welder trolley, but it'd be on a machinery topic. I've recently just finished restoring a Harrison lathe, which has been put back in the workshop. It swapped places with the milling machine. That's gone for some TLC. So there will be a half an hour video by the end of this week, just going through the restoration of the lathe, what it looked like when I purchased it, where I purchased it from, what I've had to repair, what's been made from scratch. So if you're interested in machinery restoration, it will be like a picture collage of photos I've taken along the way, and there will be some footage of the machine running and whereabouts it is in the workshop. If you like this video, please do consider subscribing. I would like to have a quite consistent amount of videos up during lockdown, managing to get quite a lot of footage and quite a lot of filming done, so there is plenty in the pipeline, even down to the smaller bits and pieces, machining, basic machining. I'm going to do a few videos on that. If anyone else has got any more ideas about videos and what they'd like to see, please do comment below. I'd also like to thank Anchor Designs, who commented on my first video as well. Got a lot of good feedback from James. He's also got a really good channel doing lots of engineering orientated things and lots of wood turning. He's got a great channel, so if you're interested in that, I'll put a link in the description to his channel. He had some really positive feedback about the video, so that was really helpful. on the topic of machinery restoration, once I've posted the film about restoring the Harrison lathe, if anyone else would be interested in seeing a film about how the Adcock and Shipley milling machines restored, that would be nice if anybody would like that. I will take some pictures and do a bit of filming and put that on the channel if anybody is interested. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos about machinery restoration and things like that, so if anyone thinks that's a good idea, then you can put that in the comments below. As you can see here, just removing the burrs off the end of the bar. Once I've drilled, now that I've drilled the holes for the cross piece, just helps for getting some good penetration when it's get welded to the base. Good camera angle there. You can see the finished bore bar at the front. Plenty of clearance to get the earth connection in and the feed for the wire and everything like that, so just adds good support and protection for the front of the machine. So I would just like to take the time and say if anybody is new to the channel, then this is the second part of the Parweld trolley. Just as a bit of a recap, the MIG welder will be mounted to the bottom of the trolley and a AC/DC TIG machine will be bolted on top. There'll be room for 2 gas bottles on the back. Planning to machine and fabricate everything from scratch, even down to the brackets that mount the gas bottles in, as you would traditionally sit the bottle in the back section of the welder, which you can see now. I've gone for a bit of a different style design. The welders will actually sit on the base and they will sit into horse-shaped stainless steel rings, and I've purchased some 25mm wide stainless steel ratchet straps. Just bought the ratchet mechanism and I plan to ratchet strap the bottles on. So as you can see now, just tack welding the rear hoop into place after I've drilled the holes. Just checking it for square. I've got a magnetic spirit level on the top. I will put a link to that spirit level. It's very handy for these sorts of jobs, making sure that your work's nice and true. Now the camera angle isn't fantastic there. I have purchased a tripod for the camera, which I will put a link to in the description. So I'll give that a bit of a review next time, see how I get on with it. I am hoping to make this series into 5 parts. They will be between 30 minutes and 45 minutes, depending on how much footage I'd trim down, etc. Obviously this will be my first project. I'm sure it'll be a learning curve. I hope that further projects down the line, the video editing and the quality of the filming will have improved. Obviously during lockdown it's a bit of twiddling your thumbs, waiting for parts and waiting for material to arrive. I'm hoping after the lockdown is over I can get some more footage of maybe going out and buying material, out and about, things like that. Add a bit of variety to the videos. We'll just do a bit of a quick insight into the next video, which I hope to put by the end of the week. As I mentioned before, it's going to be about the restoration of my Harrison lathe. I purchased that lathe earlier on this year and hadn't used the seller before. He turned out to be fantastic, really good. Couldn't recommend him anymore really. He's just on the ball. He other end of the phone, anything you could ever want, anything you could ever need for the machine or anything else for like a milling machine or anything. He's got a fantastic eBay page. So I will put a link in the description. The company is called Tools for You Limited, just based in Castleford. So we're not too far to go. Have a massive array of everything from micrometers to drills, reamers, big machines, milling machines, lathes, you name it, engineering orientated. They're definitely going to have one. So if anyone's looking for any machines or anything and wanted a bit of recommendation, definitely recommend going there. Obviously the video about the lathe will be more orientated in where I got replacement parts and all the things I needed. That will be more in the next video, but just wanted to give everyone a bit of an insight into what the next one's going to be about. Hoping to have an hour long part 3 for the Welder trolley. It should be out this time next week, all being well that I get my material that I'm waiting for. In the grand scheme of things, with the lockdown, getting material is really not the biggest wish for at the moment. Biggest thing for that is making sure that everyone's healthy and safe and thinking about everyone else at this time. As you can see there, got some nice neat welds. Everything's nice and plumb and everything's nice and true. These are the TIG Rod holding tubes that I did mention in the first video. And I said I'd just put a bit about them in the second video. They are a slight bit taller than the back frame, as will the gas bottles, but I was working there to the material length that I'd bought that in, so I was a bit restricted. I'd only got about 5mm of material left after I'd taken into account the bend radius and things like that, so I would have liked the back rail to be about another 400mm higher, but just with the length of material, that was just the length. I'm now drilling and tapping the end of the connecting bar that goes in the middle. There will be 2 of these. I have drilled another hole in the hoop frame since. I did that off camera. And then the 2 rails will have the 50mm bore rings, so they will be also powder coated, and then once the welder's been installed, then they can be bolted in afterwards just to hold all my different rods, from like mild steel, stainless steel, aluminium, that sort of thing. So I'm sure as the progress in the trolley, people will be saying, "Oh, why haven't I allowed space for helmet storage and maybe like a little tray for keeping the cups and everything for my TIG welder?" it's just a personal preference. I like to make sure that they have a drawer to go in and the welding helmet's well out of the way. I know some people obviously hang their helmet on the trolley, that's up to them, but with swarf and debris around the workshop, I just like mine to stay in the box. But if anyone's got any other good ideas, any things that, oh, that might work or that might be really beneficial, please do pop it in the comments box. I'd finally just like to say thank you ever so much to everyone for watching. If you like the video, please give it a like, and please do consider subscribing to the channel. There will be more projects along the way. Here's the progress so far. Thanks very much for watching.